Are you making these common mistakes with castor oil? If so, you need to stop right now. Welcome, friends, to a conversation about a seemingly simple yet complex world of castor oil. It's easy to assume that all one needs to do is purchase and apply, but there's so much more to it. Today we're diving into the often overlooked pitfalls associated with castor oil usage and storage. This video is your guide to understanding the common mistakes made and, most importantly, how to correct them. From the way you store your oil, to the quantity you use, and even the purity of the product itself, we're covering it all. And let's not forget the crucial step of testing for allergies. By the end of this video, you'll be a castor oil pro, armed with knowledge and ready to get the most out of this versatile oil. So, without further ado, stay tuned to find out what these common mistakes are and how to avoid them. The first mistake you might be making is storing your castor oil incorrectly. Now, we know what you're thinking. How can oil storage possibly make that much of a difference? Well, it turns out, it can and it does. You see, castor oil, like many other natural oils, is vulnerable to environmental factors. When exposed to heat and sunlight, the oil's quality can degrade significantly. This is because the extreme conditions can break down the compounds that give the oil its unique properties. That means if you're storing your castor oil on a sunny windowsill or near a heat source, you're actually damaging it. What a waste of good oil, right? But don't worry, there's an easy fix. The best place to store your castor oil is in a cool, dark place. Now, when we say cool, we don't mean your refrigerator. A cupboard or a pantry away from direct sunlight and heat sources is perfect. This helps to preserve the oil's beneficial properties and extends its shelf life. And while we're on the subject of shelf life, let's set the record straight. The shelf life of castor oil is typically 2 to 3 years if stored properly. That's right, 2 to 3 years. So next time you're about to toss out that old bottle of castor oil, think again. You might also be wondering, what about those fancy colored glass bottles? They're not just for show. Dark glass bottles can help protect the oil from sunlight. So if your castor oil came in a clear bottle, consider transferring it to a dark one. Or at the very least, store the clear bottle in a dark place. In conclusion, don't underestimate the importance of proper storage. It's a small step that can make a big difference in the quality and effectiveness of your castor oil. So take a moment to check where your oil is currently stored. If it's not in a cool, dark place, it's time to make a change. Remember, proper storage can extend the shelf life of your castor oil and maintain its effectiveness. The second mistake is using too much castor oil. This might seem like a small error, but it can lead to some very greasy situations. Castor oil is incredibly potent, with a high concentration of ricinoleic acid, a monounsaturated fatty acid known for its moisturizing properties. So, a little goes a long way, and using too much can make your hair and skin feel greasy rather than nourished. Let's break it down. For hair, a few drops are usually enough. Just rub the oil between your palms and then run your hands through your hair, focusing on the ends where damage is most likely to occur. You don't need to slather your locks in oil. A light coating will do. For skin, even less is needed. Just a drop or two will suffice. Warm the oil between your fingers, and then gently massage it into your skin. Overdoing it will not only leave your skin feeling overly oily, but it could also potentially clog pores and lead to breakouts. Now, if you're using castor oil for other purposes, like for a hair mask or oil cleanse, you may need a bit more, but it's still important to be mindful of the amount. For a hair mask, mix castor oil with another carrier oil like coconut or jojoba oil in a ratio of 1 part castor oil to 2 parts carrier oil. This will dilute the castor oil, making it less heavy and easier to wash out. When it comes to an oil cleanse, you'll want to use equal parts castor oil and another carrier oil. Apply the mixture to your face, massaging it in for a few minutes before rinsing with warm water. It's easy to think that more is better, especially when it comes to natural remedies like castor oil. But in reality, overuse can lead to the exact opposite of the results you're after. So, whether you're aiming for silky hair, glowing skin, or anything in between, moderation is key. Always remember, less is more when it comes to castor oil. The third mistake is not testing for allergies before using castor oil. Now, we can't stress this enough. The importance of doing a patch test before using castor oil is paramount. You might wonder, why so? Well, here's the thing. While castor oil is generally safe for most people, there are some who might be allergic to it. It's not the majority, but it does happen. And the last thing you want is an unexpected allergic reaction when all you're trying to do is enhance your beauty routine. So, how does one do a patch test? It's simple, really. All you need is a little bit of time and patience. Start by applying a small amount of castor oil on the inside of your forearm. Just a drop or two will do. Then wait for at least 24 hours. During this time, keep an eye out for any signs of a reaction. This could be anything from redness, itching, swelling, or even a burning sensation. Now, if you notice any of these signs, it's a clear indication that you're allergic to castor oil. In that case, it's best to avoid using it altogether. On the other hand, if you don't experience any negative reactions, you're good to go. Remember, everyone's skin is different. What works for one person may not necessarily work for another. Hence, it's always better to be safe than sorry. Also, it's worth noting that it's not just with castor oil that you should be doing a patch test. This should be a standard step before introducing any new product into your skincare or hair care routine. It's a small step, but it can save you from a lot of discomfort and potential skin damage in the long run. So there you have it. The third mistake to avoid when using castor oil is skipping the all-important patch test. It's a simple, yet crucial step that could potentially save you from a world of discomfort. Safety first, always do a patch test before using castor oil. The fourth mistake is not using pure castor oil. Delving into the world of castor oil, we find a stark contrast between pure and impure variants. Pure castor oil, as the name implies, is unadulterated, unrefined, and free from any chemical treatments. It's the raw, natural goodness of the oil, extracted directly from the castor seed. This oil is packed with all the essential nutrients and benefits that castor oil is famed for, such as ricinoleic acid, a unique fatty acid that lends the oil its impressive anti-inflammatory and moisturizing properties. On the other hand, impure castor oil, otherwise known as adulterated castor oil, is a far cry from its pure counterpart. This oil has been tampered with, subjected to various chemical processes, or mixed with other oils. As a result, it loses a significant portion of its beneficial properties. More importantly, it might contain harmful substances that could lead to negative side effects, such as skin irritation, allergies, or even worse, long-term damage to your skin and hair. Now you might be thinking, well, impure castor oil is cheaper, so isn't it worth the risk? The answer is a resounding no. The potential dangers of using impure castor oil far outweigh any cost benefits. Plus, you're not really saving money if the product you're using isn't effective, right? So, when it comes to castor oil, purity is paramount. If you want to reap the full benefits of this miracle oil, ensure you're using 100% pure castor oil. Look for labels that clearly state pure, cold-pressed, or unrefined. These are usually indicators of high-quality, unadulterated castor oil. Remember, your skin and hair deserve the best. Don't compromise on quality for the sake of saving a few bucks. Pure castor oil is an investment in your beauty and wellness, and believe me, it's an investment that pays off. Make sure to use 100% pure castor oil for the best and safest results. Now that you know the common mistakes to avoid with castor oil, let's do a quick recap. Remember to store your oil in a cool, dry place to maintain its effectiveness. Be mindful of the quantity you use. A little goes a long way. Always conduct an allergy test before applying it to your skin or scalp. And finally, ensure that the castor oil you're using is pure and free from additives for the best results. By steering clear of these pitfalls, you can reap the maximum benefits of this versatile oil. Whether you're aiming for luscious locks, glowing skin, or an all-natural remedy, castor oil can be your go-to solution. So why wait? Start implementing these tips in your beauty routine today. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.